Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farm Sim 19. We're here on the South Island map. And yeah, I decided it was kind of pointless having that little patch back there of grass cut. This is all got to be done. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But you may have noticed from the title that, yeah, this is a bit of an announcement vlog as opposed to an actual episode. Although we're going to obviously do some farm simming while we're here. But what the announcement is about, well, I have, and hopefully you guys have noticed, otherwise, boy, was it ever a waste. But yeah, I've reduced my ads, cut out all the mid-rolls, all non-skippables now, etc., etc. In fact, there should be very, very little advertising compared to most channels. Of course, the problem with that is I basically killed my YouTube revenue. Yeah, I mean, I know the views aren't that great, but then consider I try to make up in quantity what seems to be lacking in quality as far as views go, and putting up 2 videos every day kind of helps with that. But the deal of it is to kind of help defray things a little bit, you know, and to be doing 2 videos a day. What I'm going to do is, starting in June, I'm going to light my Patreon back up. So if you have a sponsored thing, like you know, you've committed to $5 a month or whatever, be warned, as of June, it's going to start charging you again. Now, I've had it turned off for the last however long it's been. So yeah, other than the 1 month I forgot, which I think was back December or somewhere around there, November it might have been. Yeah, it's been a good 6 months anyway since I've had it on. So yeah, just as a kind of gotcha, and anybody that would like to help support the channel, that would be really appreciated. If you can think of any ideas that would make for cool perks, you know, something like that, let me know. I do have a second YouTube channel. Here's a thought that nobody really knows about. If maybe a perk would be I put up content that only Patreon viewers could view and put it on that channel. I don't know. Either way, as I said, I think to help cover what goes on between my time and efforts on this channel, yeah, I'm going to be lighting that back up. So hopefully that doesn't rub anybody the wrong way. I know you can't please everybody. But yeah, the link, of course, is, and always has been, down in the description. And any donations are much appreciated. Anyone that signs up, like I said, will have to figure out some special perk. I mean, when I first started it, I got the server going, but I mean, that never really ended up being a great deal for anybody, and didn't generate a lot of interest. So we'll have to find something else. But as I said, as of June 1st, so if you've never actually canceled your subscription, you just haven't been charged for it for 6 months, yeah, remember to either go in and cancel it, or if you're going to leave it be, much appreciated. So that was kind of the gist of it. That's what I wanted to make sure got out there. And I put it on a farm sim video because I know most of my regular viewers will watch this, at least, you know, a little bit of it. Whereas most of the rest of the content I put up, yeah, you know, there's certain people that follow it, there's certain people that just won't watch it, that sort of thing. So yeah, I wanted to get that out there so it's not going to be a big shock to anybody. Well, hopefully it's not. I mean, I will, as I said, this is titled appropriately, so hopefully you did catch the important announcement bit, well, this is the important announcement. That, yeah. Anybody that was subbed and hasn't been charged lately, I'm going to be back at her here pretty quick. So, fair warning, as it were. Alright. I'm actually down to this piece. Hooray. Okay. Yeah, there's a fair chunk of grass. Now, I decided to do things a little bit differently. I was going to save a bunch of money, immediately get ourselves a huge livestock thing and all of that. But what I've done instead, I bought that field. Yeah, that one across the road. That's all sugarcane. So we're going to have to harvest a bunch of sugarcane. And I know that's multi-harvest. Like, I think it's... I don't know if it's limited to like 2 or 3 times, or if it's an unlimited, just keeps regrowing. But yeah, I know sugarcane, that was one of the weirdnesses of it, was that much like the grass, it would just simply grow back. So at some point, if we get tired of sugarcane, we'll have to roast it from the field. But in the meantime, it gives us sort of a thing to be looking at. You know, as far as a more positive goal on the farm here, which will be, of course, to harvest and sell as much of that as we can. You don't own this land. I know. I only own half the island. I own the southern half of the northern island. Apparently, no, the northern half of the southern island. I don't know. This field and that field. Yes. So tomorrow, well, actually, I guess it'll be... the day you watch this. So today, being Wednesday the 12th, it is actually Tuesday the 11th, but this goes up on Wednesday the 12th, and hopefully somewhere around 10 of the a.m. today I will be hearing from the vascular surgeon down in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, our gracious provincial capital. Beautiful place too. It's absolutely amazing. But I will hopefully be hearing from the vascular surgeon. And considering just how terrible this thing's been for the last while, I hope he's got good news, i.e. that they're going to get me in soon and fix me. I mean, it took 6 weeks to get a consult, and that was after I was told this was an urgent situation. So, yeah. I pretty much every day have been fearing that that blood clot will break loose and that'll be the end of me. But we'll see. Apparently I'm the only one that's worried about it, so we'll go from there. But yeah, later today I'll have an idea of what's going on. Kind of freaky, you know. Kind of freaky indeed. The last time I was under any kind of surgical procedure was way back in, I guess it was the mid-'80s. I was working in the mill up at the north end of the island, a little place called Port Alice. Neat little town. Would love to live there. Other than the fact that it rains 340 days a year, on average. 340 days a year. Yeah, work it out, people. That's not a lot of not rainy days. And those aren't sunny days. Those are just days it's not raining outright. So, yeah. But other than that, really nice place. You just have to be kind of, well, duck-like. But yeah, I ended up with a thing called a pilonidal cyst. And, horrible, painful, bloody thing. and ended up costing a foreman his job. That was acting up really badly. I think it had actually, I don't know. It wasn't good. It was screwing with my spine, basically, and was making my legs numb and just a lot of pain and stuff. And I went and saw the foreman, and he told me, no, you can't go home because I don't have anybody to replace you, you know, etc., etc. And I asked him twice. I went up and saw him and said, look, I just can't take this anymore. I can barely freaking walk. I don't know what's going on. You know, my back is swollen up. It's sticking about 3 inches out of the normal. And, you know. No, sorry. So I did the only thing I could do, because as you do have the right to simply walk off to go see first aid. So that's what I did. And the guy at first aid took one look at my back and phoned the foreman and informed him that he had sent me to the hospital. Yeah. I think it was 2 hours later. I was being flown down to Victoria for surgery. Yeah. So that was the last time. And like I said, that was back in the probably would have been about 86, 87. So yeah, probably before a lot of you were born. Man, that's getting to be a long time ago. The 80s, the good old days. Yeah. Well, I got news for you. I was around for the 70s and the 60s. All of them. So, yeah, the 80s were, well, I was all growed up and far away. What's it going to cost us? Let's just have a look here. To lease a sugarcane device. There's only the one, after all, as far as I know. Was there another way to do this? Is there a way to do it? Sugarcane, here we go. Oh yeah, we can do these, eh? Single roll. Is there anything wider than 2 meters? 2 meters. Apparently not. 1 meter. Even worse. Okay, and these are just the trailers, right? Yes. Okay. Well, we might as well just lease the big machine then. At least it's 2 meters. It's going to cost us about $20,000. We've got 87, so... Yeah, a long cry from the almost $500,000 that we did have, but that field was not cheap. It's a big piece of property. So yeah, the moose and the bucks are going to have to wait a little bit, I'm afraid, until we've sold some product, whether that be some silage, because, well, I think we're probably going to have a bit. We have the silos over there that will produce it for us. So, but that and, of course, selling the cane itself should hopefully get the rest of the farm underway. And at some point we'll have to plant some trees. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure we can sell timber. And it's usually a pretty good money maker and gives you a break from, you know, your normal everyday farming. So, yeah. Boy, this is a lot of grass. A lot of grass. Probably a good thing it wasn't all fertilized 3 times or whatever. We'd be picking up grass for the next 3 years. And yeah, I am a little bit nervous about tomorrow. But at least I'll get to talk to someone other than my less than exceptional doctor. Especially since I have a feeling one of the reasons, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I will try and find out. But I have a feeling one of the reasons they may have taken 6 weeks to get back to me is because they may be under the impression that I'm not all that concerned, as it were. Because other than being on the medication that the doctor should have put me on years ago, but didn't find it necessary because he just couldn't care less, is also the fact that he still has on my medical record that I'm a smoker. And the first thing that any of these guys will tell you, if you have PAD, you have to quit smoking. It will get, that's what caused it in the first place, by the way. I have almost perfect cholesterol and have my whole life. I've never had an issue with it. Even when I used to do, go to restaurants and do takeout food and didn't really give a damn about my diet, I never had an issue with cholesterol. Whenever I was tested, it was always, "Oh, I wish my staff had that good," was the usual reaction. But as for smoking, yeah, you absolutely have to quit. And even though I have told my physician that every time I've talked to him, because since this came up, that's one of the only things he advised as well. He put me on the low-dose aspirin one day and told me, "You have to quit smoking." And I said, "Oh, well, that won't be hard, considering I quit smoking in 2003, almost 20 years ago. Might have even been 2002, but I'm going to go with 2003. "Oh, okay." The very next time I went in to see him, "But you'll have to quit smoking," when he heard from the surgeons in Victoria. "Okay, well, they tell me the one most important thing first off, besides putting you on these statins, is you have to quit smoking." Dude, again, I'm telling you, I quit smoking 20 years ago. So, yeah. And he informed them, of course, that I smoke. Yeah, I know. It's like... So it's... Oh, it let me go all the way to the edge there. That's strange. You'll see how it stopped before it got to the edge every other time. Okay, apparently we do own the field right to that edge. But, yeah... So I'll have to explain to them tomorrow, "I'm sorry, my doctor's an idiot. I don't actually smoke." And then maybe they'll rush things along a little. Because if you can't give that up, I imagine they look at you like, "Well, we've got people that are willing to try. We're going to deal with them first." If you're not even willing to do that, then, why should we panic? You're obviously not. I might be making it up. I don't know. That's a possibility. Man, this is a big field. I'm going to wear out this mower by the time we get this done. They'll basically have to chuck it. There won't be any blades left to sharpen. We've already gone through over a quarter of a tank of fuel. Wow. How much? A fair bit, eh? A fair bit. Wow. Okay. Oh well, I guess I would carry on with it. But as I said, this wasn't really designed to be an episode so much as it... I wanted to get that announcement out there. I'll let you guys know that I'll be lighting the Patreon back up. And, yeah. Now, I know after... God, what's it been? Over a year now of this... universal malware that's affected our planet, that a lot of people haven't been working, or not to the extent that they were before all of this took place. So I understand if any and or all of you opt out of the PayPal thing. But as I said, it would be appreciated, any of you that think you might be able to make even a one-time thing, whatever it may be, would be much appreciated. Because as I said, I've pretty much thinned it so that there's, I'm not really getting ad revenue. I have, revenue turned on, but I'm not really allowing them to do much with it. They can run a skippable ad before the thing, which everybody will skip, and they can run a skippable ad after it, but nobody's watching by that point. Wow, almost right to the edge now, eh? So yeah, like I said, I've pretty much killed any sort of monetization from YouTube, just because I was getting a lot of feedback from you guys that the ads were just out of hand, So yeah, even though they were all skippable, and I fully understand, believe me, I do. I tend to watch YouTube when I'm on my treadmill and that sort of thing, and yeah, even if you do get to skip the ad, you've still got to grab your remote, and click through to it, and or you've got to wait the 3 seconds, and then if you don't click through within 2 or 3 seconds, then it goes to the next ad, and then you've got to wait for that one to roll down to its click-through time. So yeah, believe me, I know, I feel for you. Yeah. It's reaching a point where I'm going, oh my god, it's hardly worth watching anymore. I might as well watch commercial television. I want to watch that many commercials. So but the few of you that did let me know how the changes went did say that there are much, much fewer ads now, which is good. It's hard to get immersed in what somebody's doing if every time you turn around they're running another ad for something completely unrelated most of the time. So, but at any rate, I think I'm going to let it go here. I'll continue to moo on the field here. See if I can't get this at least mowed for next episode. Yeah. Alright, well, let me know what you think, guys. And, well, like I said, hopefully later today, which is actually later tomorrow, I'll have at least some kind of news. Alright, take care of each other. Don't forget to hit that like button. And, ciao for now.